Got a little bit further since the last update I did about 6 days ago, and in this video you'll see what I got. I did the stone wall and did some plaster of Paris and finally laid down some ground foam. So here it is. Well, I had my doubts about the colors that I chose for the stone retaining wall. I showed it to Debbie and she says she liked it, so we're gonna go with it. Let me show you what it looks like, and you could be the judge of it. It's different, but you could see it here. I did this stone wall a little bit different than I normally do. I used yellow ochre, pewter gray, and dove gray, and then went over it with the India ink. Normally I did just yellow ochre and then Indian ink, but I think it came out looking fairly good. It's a multitude of colors in there, but it's all right. What I'm doing with the plaster cloth right here is, before I laid the plaster cloth down, I put some foam in there to shape the terrain, and then I put a wet paper towel over top of it. Now I'll show you what that looks like over here. This is where the road is going to come across. There's going to be a crossing right here, so I laid out a half a piece of paper towel and folded it, and then I'll put the plaster cloth on top of it, and then that makes it easy work to make the plaster cloth a little bit stronger and work a little bit easier. Okay, got that part finished there. Just have to wait for everything to dry, and then I can paint it, and then scenery, and then the rest of it up on that end right there. Just finish that up. Close-up view of it. I put a couple layers of it. I folded every piece in half, cut it about 6 or 7 inches wide, just enough to fit in that little pan right there, and then folded it in half and laid it out on top of the paper towel. And I got my mirrors in from Amazon. I think there's 8 of them here. So yeah, 8 pieces self-adhesive mirrors that'll go up in the tunnel portals. And I got my clips for the bookcase. I don't know why they gave me nails for it, but who knows. Oh yeah, and a lot of the stuff that I've been gluing up on the deck was with the clear gel tacky glue. I glued the retaining walls, these two together. I tried super glue, it didn't work too good, so I used the tacky glue on it, let it set for about a half an hour, and it works fine. And I also used the tacky glue, putting securing the wood here and everywhere else. So it works pretty good. I got that from Debbie. Mirrors are sealed in this thing here, and then also sealed in this, which was inside that. They're making it a difficult task to open this thing up. I got similar mirrors like this from either Hobby Lobby or Marshall's or one of those stores. It's got a film on the top to protect it. It is shiny as a mirror, and it's got adhesive on the back. The ones that I had, I'm not sure if it had adhesive on the back, but I put a sheet of styrene on it to make it just a little bit stiffer. These are pretty thin, but for what we're going to use them for, they don't have to be really thick, and the thinner the better, I guess. So we'll be using them, and all you have to do is just peel this stuff off, and you got like a nice mirror finish right there. So I brushed on a thick coat of full strength glue that and that brush right there, all in these areas, and then sprinkled the ground cover on it, mostly Flock and Turf Scenic Texture from Scenic Express, and in other areas the Coarse Turf Light Green from Woodley Scenics. You can see there's a mixture of it up here and mostly right here in the smaller areas. Now I'll let that set in and then I'll go over it. I'll put some, spray it with alcohol on top of that, and then I'll put a diluted glue, white glue with water, with a syringe over top of that to get in the other pieces that are not directly on the surface. So that'll sink it in. And then once I do that, I'll get closer over here. As a reminder, I spray my alcohol with Maxima Whole Suave spray bottle because it brings it out in a finer spray. And then I have my diluted stuff here. When this first came out, I tried it, but it was really crappy, so I just used the bottle afterwards and use approximately 50-50 white glue and water. And here's the syringe I use to apply it. Took a break for dinner, and this thing is basically, well, I wouldn't say all the way dry, but almost there. But we're doing good. So there you go. Yeah, when you first drop the glue on it, it changes the color of it and looks milky. But after the glue starts drying, it goes back to the natural color. Whenever you're doing dirt like this, this is from Scenic Express also, but it makes it a little bit different color, so be aware of that. But here's another area of the layout that I did, you might have been familiar with. Use the same technique on everything. Updates are taking a little bit longer now because I'm having issues with my back. It just keeps on getting worse. So I could get maybe 4 or 5 minutes working on the layout, and then I gotta have to sit for a while, maybe 10 or 15 minutes before I can go back up and work on it another 4 or 5 minutes. But we're getting there. So eventually, this right here is going to look like the other photos that I had earlier where all of Cigar Corner was up on the layout. So until the next time, we'll see ya, and have fun with whatever you're doing.